Well, this morning, the CEO of the United States of America, Federal Reserve, was interviewed. And the interview went well for people who like to be conditioned, to like to feel safe and to feel like nothing is going to change for them. And they accept everything and anything they make them feel good. So I'm going to destroy all that make-believe safety mechanism that they have created in their head or conditioned by the United States of America industrialists and politicians so they can feel safe. So the interview went like this. The interview started basically, what am I doing here? And he actually said very clearly, I am here to ensure by a mandate of Congress to create jobs and to maintain a high amount of employment and to make the people of the United States of America, America feel good. Basically, let me make a lot of monopoly money and you will live fine because I'm going to give it to you. What I'm doing right now is telling you I'm going to give you and I'm going to give you and I'm going to give you all you need. It doesn't matter if you make a mistake. It doesn't matter if you win to the trillions and trillions and trillions of money that belong to our next generations. It doesn't matter, nothing matter. As long as you feel good and you eat every single day and watch your television and drive your car to the food lines. Basically, that is what this fellow has said. So let's analyze what is coming. Let's analyze the reality of making this monopoly money. The only reason the United States can do that, can create money and create an economy that does not exist, is because energy. Because somehow after World War II, the United States of America, somehow, I have no idea how, they left the gold standard and made energy their standard. Basically, if the Arabs, the people from the United States of Mexico, people from the United States of Venezuela, and all the oil producers like the Soviet Union back then and Russia today, and so on, sell their energy, their oil in dollars, everything is going to be okay. Because now we have a standard, and it's energy. Energy equals dollars. So we can create the money on the computer and say X amount of trillions and trillions, and we're going to disseminate that because we have that amount in the ground in oil. Basically, that is how it really works. The problem is that it's not real. It's not a real economy. So the entire world, what we call non-advanced worlds or non-advanced countries like the United States of Mexico, Venezuela, Cuba, Africa, the continent of Africa that I never think that Africa is a single continent. I think Euro, African and Asia is one single continent, or Eurasia, African, and all these people have a true economy, that means the people go hungry because everything is real time and real work. If it takes a couple of sacks of paper money or Mexican pesos to buy a hot dog, hey, that is the real cost, because the government of the United States of Mexico cannot make monopoly money, cannot create fake money, because they do not control the oil prices, how the oil is sold, the currency that we utilize. So the people in Cuba and so on, that is a real economy. It is working on real time, real money, real economics. They are more capitalist than we are. Even if you think the Cubans are not, they are socialist. Actually, they are more capitalist than we are, because we creating the money. We are not allowing free capital to move. It's a created amount of capital. So, by knowing that, the Federal Reserve, their job is to continue to do that. And the men say it, the CEO of the Federal Reserve say it, hey, that is my mandate. My mandate is basically keep you alive with this fake money. What is coming next? He also said, hey, when we came back to reality, we are going to be paying dearly. And I have this great fear that we will not be as powerful to sustain the Arabs and everybody else attack, the Europeans attacking us to divide us, to destroy us, and now also the people in the American continent, the Canadians, the United States of Mexico, the Cubans, the Brazilians, and so on. We fill our lungs and broadcasting to the entire planet, to the Chinese, to everyone, to the Africans, to everyone, that we are the greatest nation on the planet. And we, as a nation, as a country, we basically do things that we should not be doing. And people resent that. People start resenting that. The entire planet start resenting that. They start saying, hey, wait a minute, you are not that good. And they start fighting back, like the Chinese and the Russians and so on. So at one point, for whatever the reason, the oil producing countries decide to start utilizing different currency, from I don't know, Bitcoin to euros, and no longer the dollar has the power to be the leading currency or the only currency in the trade of energy. That will be it for us. That will be the end of us as a country, as a nation. And the reason is, right now, our economy is running like a monopoly game, and every major industry is no longer owned by the United States of America. It's no longer being owned by the United States of America. Every new industry is created by somebody else. Every economical formula that we have is not a formula from the United States of America. We used to attract the best and the brightest, and now we basically saying no to their entrance in the United States of America. We blocking ourselves in. So because of that reason, we do no longer have the production, neither the techniques, neither the manpower, the intelligence that it takes to produce something, we will fall behind. We're already behind. I say with certainty, the China and the Europeans are way ahead of us in everything, from transportation to communications to whatever. All the information technologies in the United States of America are operating and running by the English and the Europeans. That is the problem that we have. Our brains are being conditioned by them, by the Europeans, and the Federal Reserve can no longer, sustain that creation of money and transfer that money to the population or industry to save industries like Boeing, save industry like Harley Davidson, and save industries, any other industry, or save the people from going hungry. So analyze that. Are you actually rich? Are you actually a middle class? Are you actually poor? What is the mechanism? How you feel does not means what you are. It's how you feel. So if you get a job making $120,000 a year today, and a hamburger cost $30. Hey, guess what? You are no longer a middle class. You are close to poor house. But in Mexico, the true value of a hamburger is half of that, $15. But their economy is real. That is a $15 hamburger that is worth it. Right here in the United States, the $30 hamburgers, actually they more like 60, and I don't think you have $60 to buy a hamburger, anybody, every day. So there you have it. It's a make-believe economy. It's a pyramid, and hopefully it won't collapse, but I think it will. They're going to start raising taxes and this and the other, and you are going to be very austeros. You are going to be hurting. Now, what is a true meaning of richness? How rich you need to be comfortable? That is the question you gotta ask yourself. For example, there is people very comfortable living in tents on the park. Right now, they're fighting with the police in Downey Street in California. They free. They feel free. They don't need to have a Ferrari or a Maserati or a yacht. So it's all about what is it that you want to accomplish? What is your human needs are? Everyone has a different level of humanity, of human needs, and the egotistic level. Once you arrive to an egotistic level of humanity, of human needs, that changes. So how rich you are, in your mind or in truth, is how you serve your egotistic needs. Myself, I gotta have a lot of money so I can travel, so I can eat well, so I can meet people, so I can have I can rent an airplane every now and then and go and fly there by myself, and so on. So everyone has a different egotistic need, and it is different from reality. And we are going to be basically hurt because the Federal Reserve cannot create jobs. That is a make-believe stuff. They do not create jobs. The United States government, they do not create jobs. They pass laws to promote basically a fascist economical formula, and that's no work. That's no work, and they call it safety, and they call it all kind of crazy saying. I'm going to give you one example of it. A hard hat on the construction site. Yeah, maybe some of the construction workers might need it, but the rest does not. The rest, nothing's gonna fall in their head. But the government mandate everyone to have a hard hat and a safety vest, and all it is so you can transfer that pyramid of money back down, because now they mandate for you to have it. Somebody must make it, so somebody must make that hard hat and safety glasses and safety vest and whatever, and somebody had to transport that, somebody had to sell it to you, somebody had to approve it. There is going to be a government agency to tell you if it's good or not, what quality, and so on. So it's a complete new industry just because one law was passed. But it is not real. There is no need for the hard hat. So what it does is increase the cost, and when increase the cost to a point where the hard hat no longer is going to be made in the United States of America, so now it's going to be made in China or whatever. And now to make that hard hat, it needs to have energy, and the energy is in dollars. So they decided the dollar is too high because the government is passing laws to keep the dollar on a strong position. So all they have to do is say, hey, we are not using dollars anymore. And voila, the Mexicans are going to be the rich ones, and you are going to be in the immigration line, immigrating south, not north. They will not accept you in Canada because you are a Yankee to them, not an American, a Yankee. Well, saludos to all, and remember, government do not create jobs. Governments just pass laws to promote a certain to promote just the people who promote them, promote industries, they promote themselves. The money goes from the industrialists to the politicians to the information technologies to control and condition your reflexes, what you believe in. Saludos to all, wish us luck.